Hi, I'm Dr. Faisel Syed. Welcome to another episode of Faisel and Friends. We're here because we believe everyone deserves access to quality primary care, and ChenMed needs physicians to take care of them. Tonight's topic is from burnout to breakthrough. My co-host and moderator of the chat is Dr. Dan McCarter. Welcome, Dr. Dan.
Hey, Faisal. It's great to be with you again this evening.
Oh, it's wonderful. It's so great. I love this. I love how we've been able to get onto social media, have this podcast, and connect with wonderful people, not only across the country, but now even international tonight.
I agree. And I mean, this is a great topic this evening. I mean, this is certainly, I think, going through COVID, a lot of people have really felt the stress. So I'm really looking forward to this discussion.
It's like the pandemic ripped off a band-aid with all the problems that were there that were just band-aids up, little band-aids here and there. It just ripped it all out. Everything from healthcare delivery to the way doctors are treated and the way doctors feel. So without any further ado, let's welcome our friend for this evening, Dr. Irene Cop. Dr. Cop, welcome.
Thank you so much for having me.
It's so great to have you. And I was so moved by your story. So I would love, to hear, especially for the students, people who are interested in pursuing medicine, to hear about how you have come into this part of your life. Like what was that pivotal moment in your life where you realized, okay, enough is enough?
Mm, thank you. And I want to start by saying when I was listening to your intro, you had the Hallelujah chorus going. My head was nodding, going, everyone has the right to healthcare. Everyone, it was just like,
Can
and
you believe it?
yes, and it's, and I love your audience, and it just makes my heart sing that I have this opportunity to help a community that I am so passionate about. So thank you for having me. So as you know, Dr. Faisal and Dr. Dan, you'll learn I started out as a chiropractor and then became a medical doctor amongst other things. And while I was still a chiropractor, 9 years into practice, I was a single mother trying to be the perfect doctor, the perfect mother, the perfect I was on the BIA, the PTA, the you name it, I was there. And then one day I hit the wall, literally. I lost consciousness and drove into a 3-story high, massive rock face in northern Canada. And my 2 young sons, who were 4 and 6, were in the car with me. Now, I hadn't been I wasn't drowsy, I didn't fall asleep at the wheel, I hadn't been doing drugs, I hadn't been drinking, none of that. And none of it mattered because I almost inadvertently killed my young sons and myself because I was physically burned out and didn't know it. And I broke 10 bones. That was nothing. The pain of that was nothing compared to the emotional pain, the shame, the guilt, the remorse that I almost hurt and almost killed the 2 souls that were closest to me. Dr. Fassel, we were talking about your children and your beautiful family before in the green room. And like, imagine, I don't want you to to imagine too much, but like, can you imagine how it would feel to be in that place? And it was truly the lowest moment of my life. I was in hospital for SARS quarantine. Fun fact. So, in other words, I couldn't see anyone, couldn't see my kids. I was laying flat for all of our medical techie types, right? It's like the number of bones I had broken. It was like I couldn't move. I was on total bed rest, had no visitors, couldn't see my kids, and I was going crazy with fear for them. And wondering what was happening because my youngest son had a catastrophic brain injury. It took them a couple weeks before they decided he was going to live, and even after that, because of the emergency surgery that he had, one of the top neurosurgeons in the country said, "He'll never walk again, he'll never talk again, and he won't pass high school." That was the prognosis.
My goodness.
And I'm hearing this on a phone. And in the meantime, my 6-year-old had quickly developed PTSD because there were adults who were vomiting at the scene of the accident from what they saw, and he witnessed it all. And he was being thrown out of school every day, threatening to hurt everyone else, threatening to hurt himself, spitting on and throwing chairs. And it was like, and I'm powerless. And it truly was the lowest moment of my life. And I'm a very positive person. And it was like, it was that moment I could, do I even deserve to live?
Wow.
And what saved me, thank the Lord, was the mama bear instinct. You could say Papa Bear, the mama bear. It was understanding that it wasn't about me. It was understanding that I had a choice, that I could wallow in, and I use the term wallow, bawling my eyes out all alone in a hospital room from the guilt, the shame, the remorse, beating myself up for what had happened. Or I could give myself the grace to understand that I was just one of millions, just one of millions who were going through that same burnout. Mine showed up as a catastrophic car accident, losing consciousness. It can be anxiety, depression. I'm talking to the choir. I know that, right? And it was giving myself that grace to understand that I wasn't alone and that I had a choice, that I could either continue spiraling down in guilt and shame, or I could choose to use, I call it transmuting that burden of guilt and shame into the burden of responsibility to help even one family avoid the suffering that my family and I suffered. And the mama bear sprung into action. And she said, thank the Lord. The mama bear decided no, her kids still needed her. And that I needed to give myself the grace, the same grace I would give a patient if they told me the story. And to understand that with my personal experience and my background, that I was the perfect one to get this message out. And so I spent years searching for the tools to help my family heal. And fast forward, I'll let you know that my youngest son not only walks and talks, he's in his 4th year of engineering at one of the best schools in Canada. I'm a proud mama now. Thank you. Because I refuse to believe that dismal prognosis that we were given. And I went searching for the answers to help everyone in my family heal. Then it was like, okay, how can I help my patients? I went back and I got my medical degree. I have like 7 coaching certifications and I do acupuncture. In other words, anything that I needed to help my family heal, I was prepared to do it. Certified in brain injury, you name it, I did it because I was not going to allow anything to stop me. And even with all of that, I say that the number one thing that sets me apart from anyone else is that personal experience, is that ability to go, yeah, I've been there. And I'm here to tell you there is hope. There's another way. You don't have to spiral down like I did. And don't believe that it only happens to other people because doctors make the worst patients.